Colour me surprised. When I woke up this morning, I did not expect to be talking about a new edition of classic Doom. This one comes packed with a whole bunch of features, including different soundtracks, which you can switch between on the fly. But not just that, it comes with a brand new single player episode, 16 levels for you to play through, featuring new / beta enemies, as well as a bunch of beta textures. The Legacy of Rust is, well, it looks impressive from what I've seen so far, and I will definitely be doing a deep dive into that. But the big headline for me is that online multiplayer. Online multiplayer is back in retail Doom. And the best part, it's cross-platform, so no matter where you're playing from, you will be able to experience it. And the best part, it's available right now. So of course, I dove right in, and I'm going to kind of give my first thoughts on what we see here. You can see that when you enter the main menu, all the different versions of Doom here are laid out for you. Doom 1, Doom 2, we've got TNT, we've got Plutonia, we've got the Master levels, we've got No Rest for the Living, we've even got Sigil in here. A real nice acknowledgement for Romero's work there in the last few years. And of course, we've got the new episode at the bottom there, that is the Legacy of Rust, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be talking about that and playing for it. I'm probably going to do content for it. I'm probably going to do playthroughs of it because it's new Doom levels, it's new retail Doom levels. It's exciting. In the pre-roll footage here, you can see the beta Lost Souls are in full use, and from what I've seen, they make heavy use of beta textures and items. I've seen some chairs. Before we take a look at any of the new levels, I did just want to kind of listen to that remix soundtrack. Let's just have a quick listen here. Okay, this mouse control on PC here, it is a bit fidgety for my liking. I'm going to be turning that way down, I think, just because it's a bit too sensitive for my liking. But you can see there's a whole bunch of options for you to play around with here. The new soundtrack really tries to go hard, and I appreciate that. And as you'll see in a minute, I don't like the way that the items are displayed in the top corner there. I'm not a fan of that. I kind of prefer the old way that they did it in the original games, but that's a small nitpick. I wonder if you can change that. Let's see what we can do with the soundtrack here. So you can see you can change it on the fly. So if you want to go back to what it sounded like in the Xbox 360 version, there you go. I do think the menus are a bit basic for my liking. I don't like the white text. I kind of prefer the original red text, but that's, again, another small nitpick here. Look at all these options. Goodness. Yeah, that's definitely the Xbox 360 soundtrack. It'll be interesting to listen to the different levels and just see what this sounds like. I think we kind of got our fill there. Let's have a quick look at Legacy of Rust. So yes, this is 2 episodes of new Doom content, and they've even put in the id Vault here, which is where they kind of show off all the content that Doom had from over the years. So it shows you all the monsters, including the beta monsters, and even some of the concept monsters that didn't quite make it into the final games. It's a really interesting addition. I would not have expected this to be added, but it's really cool that it's here for historical purposes. I love this kind of thing because preservation of this kind of information is important, especially for a game like Doom, where some of this stuff could easily be lost to time. It's nice that this is all being put in an official release, so anyone who is actually interested and wants to sort of indulge in these assets can do so. I'm just going to quickly flip through them. I'm not going to sort of linger on anything in particular, but I find this so fascinating, and it's really nice to see it here. It's actually surprising this hasn't been done in any of the previous re-releases, but I guess that they wanted to add bang for buck in this edition. It should also be noted that if you own the modern Doom port on any of the consoles, you will automatically be upgraded to this version, so you will not have to buy it again. It's also on Game Pass, and from what I could see, it's also on PS4, PS5, which is really cool in my opinion. I'm glad that Sony PlayStation players are not being left out in the cold. It would have been really easy to do that here, but they've not done that, and I appreciate that, because Doom should be appreciated on whatever platform it touches down on. So let's have a quick look at this. Like, I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is official retail Doom content. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh, they've got the chairs from the beta. Oh my gosh. Wow, when I did my beta videos, like, those chairs fascinated me no end, because I was surprised they didn't make it into the final game. Oh, I think this is a reference to the way in the original Doom alphas and betas there was a card game being played. That's where you started out. So that's a nice little nod to that. I don't want to go too deep into this because I will be doing a playthrough of these. Of course I'm going to be doing a playthrough of these at some point. But I do want to kind of dive into the multiplayer, because this is probably the most exciting aspect of this for me. The fact that we have online multiplayer back in retail Doom. It's funny because, like, I think just 2 weeks ago I made a video decrying the lack of this feature in the modern Doom ports, and I think someone at id may have been listening and watching. I don't believe that for a second. So this is my first hosted game. Let's see how this goes. It's 1994 all over again. We're playing Doom online. And the fun thing is, you can raise and lower the amount of people that you want in this. They've even made a bunch of dedicated maps specifically for multiplayer, which I think is really nice. That's a really cool touch. This is absolute chaos, and I'm here for this. I am here for this. Thanks for that. This, you can't see this right now. I am beaming from ear to ear. This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. You know, it makes me so happy that this is happening. Like, and I get that there's ways to play Doom online on PC, but sometimes you just want to play it officially. You want to play through the retail port and just have access to it easily. And what I really like is that if you have the Unity port, you get this for free, and that for me is really cool, because it means that no one has to miss out. No one's going to feel left behind on the old port of this. It's really, really cool. And I am terrible. My shot is terrible. This is so much fun. Oh, I'm gonna lose so many hours to this. This is a very, very dangerous thing for id Software to do. My productivity is going to go through the floor here. But again, this was such a nice surprise as well. I didn't expect this. I don't think anyone expected this. I don't remember seeing anyone talking about a updated version of the Unity port showing up, and like I said, I made a video on the Xbox 360 version talking about how that was getting sort of removed officially, and that was the only version that had online multiplayer. It's nice of them to make that video outdated. I'm not going to complain. Wow, I'm really dying a lot here. Oh, honestly, I couldn't be happier with this. I am not going to win this. I am definitely not going to win this. This is utter chaos. When I made this room, I just set it to the absolute top settings, just because I really, really wanted to just see how chaotic it could get. And apparently, it could get really, really chaotic. I'm going to go and experience the single player campaigns after this. I'm going to just have a dive around and see what this feels like to play through, and if the new soundtrack is actually any good. I just wanted to put up an impressions video and just kind of showcase this for people who may not... Ooh, I may actually win this. Who may not be ready to play this tonight, but let me know what you think of this new updated version of Doom. Are you happy to see this?
66. GG. Saint Nomi.